Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night. Welcome. Also, I didn't do it last time, and he's not in here, but I forgot to say, give Goatboy OG a big shout out for being the big deal of the stream. There we go, I made up for it. And now, we reset. Also, Samir, welcome in, man, number 1. And then Travis, number 2. Congratulations, gentlemen. Podium finishes for the both of you. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're doing very well. Let me just turn off the music I was listening to pre-stream. We are good to go. All right. Well. I need to do a solo raid with a skill champion. Okay. Skill champion, attack champion. Okay. Okie dokie. Wonder how Chioth is. She's probably not that good. I'll just keep using old man. Number 3 is still forgot. Oh, Wolverine with the bronze medal today. Congrats, man. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good today, man. You know what I noticed the other day, by the way? So you guys know how I am, like, hoarding my XP tokens? I got level 64 naturally. Like, not fully naturally. There had to have been some XP tokens in there. But, definitely at least half of that level. What's up, Nick? How are you, man? How are you guys? Today's probably, just to tell you guys up front too, today I'll probably be another shorter stream. I would anticipate that's probably going to be the stream, like, every day this week, just because I'm absolutely spent. Started a new job recently, and I have to wake up uber mega early, and I'm not used to it, so I need to kind of acclimate myself. Once we're acclimated, I'm hoping we can go back to 3 hours. If not, 2 hours might just be the new regular. Who knows? How many rank 4s do I think I'll get out of Banquet? I'm gonna, I don't know, 4? I have no idea. That's all gonna depend on, like, where I rank in the solo, I think, and then just how lucky we get in terms of Banquet crystals. Use Mr. Negative for Mojo. the special 3 is a big cheese. Okay. I assume you're talking about like the newest like little side quest event thing. I haven't looked at that at all, actually. Maybe we can do that today. There's not really a set in stone plan for today or anything. So honestly, I probably should do that though. Unless it's something I can procrastinate and do like all in one day. What's up, Warlock? How are you, man? Oh, what's up, Kate? How are you, man? Welcome in, all you. All my amigos. So we're just doing a solo raid so my challenges don't stack up too much. Probably kills, I think. Surely, right? Oh, yeah. You're doing an onslaught in War with Gladiator. You kind of have to because your alliance does not have enough active people. That's always the worst. I hate Alliance War, to be honest. You have enough units for 5 superior banquet crystals. Well, Warlock, who knows? You could get, like, some crazy good luck. Crazier things have happened. Gift received? Oh my gosh. Laziest summoner? Wow. Well, thank you. I'm honored. I didn't know you could gift outside of your alliance. That's cool. Dude, I'm close to the armchair. That's such a funny badge. Oh my gosh. Those things are funny every year. I've only ever gotten like one of those though. It's like so hard to coordinate with like friends and alliance mates to like try and get what you want. I don't like there are people in my alliance saying, "Hey, gift me this. I want the badge." And I'm like, "Yeah, but are you the Battlegrounds guy? You know? You just got to be that guy." Master 4, welcome for the welcome. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch, man. You wasted all your luck today? Rip. Gifted me a crystal one? I only saw that one. Maybe it got eaten? I don't know. I don't have anything else in my mailbox. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I did get this. Yeah, thank you. I may have opened that at work and just completely forgot about it. You went onto your alts and gifted yourself? That's actually a really good idea. I should do that. That's actually a really good idea. Okay, how does this side quest work? Like, do I have to do it every single day, or can I just do it, like, one time? Like, what is the deal with this thing, huh? Oh, okay. Confusing stuff. Opens a gate and taken side quest. Consumed unused. I own 3. Oh, the selector's kind of nice, I guess. It doesn't look like I have to do it all today, though. Maybe I'll wait. Is there exploration? There is. You get some dust, some shards, awakening gem crystal shards. Not too shabby. It's mostly just Mysterium plus like tidbits here and there. That's not too bad. Honestly, I might just wait and like do this in like a full run instead of doing it like a little bit each day. Just so that we can make like kind of a bigger stream event out of it, you know? You've done all except the tech paths? Yeah, dude, no way. I'm just gonna wait until I get all the entry things. However you get those. I don't really know. I don't really know. In the Taken side quest, use the leader to defeat something easily mistaken for salad. Use Mr. Negative to defeat someone that hates bad reviews. Oh, so that's what you're talking about with like the mojo and I got you. I got you. Count Nefariated, I would assume purple flamethrower is like purgatory or something. Okay, cool. Well, you get more from doing it? Oh, so... Okay. Like none of the entry things are time gated? Or, like, can I do the entire quest, like, 100% right now? Is that what you're telling me? Because, like, if I'm gonna get more entries tomorrow or something, I would probably rather wait for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, on the tick? On the tick? On the tick? Tick can be a lot of things. What do you mean by that? But okay, so you guys are telling me I get more for doing these, but where do I see, where? Or it's in this menu? Where would you get more? You just get like the title or whatever. Taking the bottom right? I'm clearly really confused. Oh, okay. Oh, like the check. I got it. Oh, I understand. Okay, cool. So I can probably rip it all in one go, basically. Okay, cool. Then yeah, might as well, I guess, huh? Hold up. Wait, why? Hold up. Hey. I need to still see if I can start trying to stream in 1080p and see if my computer explodes. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Just so we know, like, for sure before Banquet, if it's possible. If it is, I'd rather stream in 1080p. Get to 9, then claim the last tomorrow? What does that matter for? Or I can just do them all in one go tomorrow. But yeah, why would I want to wait? Oh, look at all these guys, dude. They're nice and maxed out for me, too. Wonderful. That's why we max out all the 2 stars, kids. That's why we do it. Why we do the things we do. I don't know why you guys are wanting me to only do 9. We got MCOC wrapped in-game? Wait, no we didn't. Did we really? That would be cool. I don't see anything like that, though. I mean, you already kind of know, like, a little recap. bundle. Wait, so is it like one of those where like it's time gated to where you can't actually claim the thing yet? Like a lot of things for events, you'll finish it. Excuse me. And then you can't actually claim the rewards until a certain day. If that's the case, honestly, I might just wait. What's up, Zemo? How are you? Ooh, that lizard profile pic actually bangs a little hard. What is this? Namor's pet eel? What are you talking about? Samir, I don't see anything of this sort. Dude, I can... I'm almost there to buy the Omega Selector. That's wild. I feel like I'm being lied to. I see nothing. Oh, there's like a wrap-up bundle, if that's what you're talking about. There's a waste bundle, basically. Filler bundle. I thought you were talking about those cool, like, breakdowns by year. Yeah, I know. I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, that just feels like a little bit scammy. I don't know. It doesn't look that great. I mean, Exalteds, we all know, are guaranteed 6-star champions. At least if it's me opening those. And then these are just Valiant crystals. If you're feeling insanely lucky, then you could go for it. I mean, that's $30. And it's not even like the worst chances at all that you would only get 6 stars. Or 5 stars. You know? I mean, you can just buy one outright for $100. Which is not the best either. You're basically paying $100 for a 7-star, which is like never worth it. You would probably be way better off buying an Odin's during the banquet and then just spending it all on banquet crystals. Truthfully. Battleship opening when? Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, it's not tomorrow for me. It's day after. Tomorrow is Thor's Day. The day we honor Thor. Odin's son. It's what it's named after, for those that are wondering. That's why it's named Thursday. After Thor. Now, tomorrow we'll open battle chips, and then we'll do the side quest. But we got an arena to finish. You maxed out on Mysterium. I know, it's like really nice when you can actually like get the Mysterium at like all at once, but it kind of cuts both ways because you are like pretty much forced to spend it. Man, it makes no sense how Arcade is shock immune, by the way. Like none at all. Oh, he's literally just a guy with a suit and cane, and somehow that makes him shock immune. Tomorrow at 11:30 p.m., pretty late. Yeah, you guys are going to have to wait quite a while. I'm going to just be streaming at my regular time when Banquet drops. Like, pretty much nothing will change. Is Gentle rank 4? My Gentle is only rank 3. He's fairly high sig, though. That's why his rating is pretty high. If that's not too bad, Garvey. You guys going for the top spot. I believe in you. Arcade is shock immune, but Wiccan isn't. Yeah, logic, dude. Don't you know? What's up, Samuel? How are you, man? You have 19,000 units? That's a pretty good spot to be, I think. That's like the sweet spot. 1.4k units in a tree. You just have to believe, man. You'll be happy to place top 3. The alliance rewards are garbage, to be honest. Like, they're straight up booty. Like, they are so not good. The ranking rewards, unless you're like in the top 200, are bad. If you're solo and you rank in the top 1%, those are okay. Outside of that, it's not that great. That's why I said, dude, like, it really, really hinges on just how good the crystals end up being, I think. That's where the good stuff is. 3 Jubilant crystals in a row. That would be so nuts. I would go ballistic for you. That would be so lucky. I just know one of the champions I get from the box is going to be Hulkling. I just know it. I'd like it not to be, in the event that I don't end up getting a key or a first release from a Jubilant. Because, like, I want to get as many of those champs as I can. Although, if I dupe him, it's not the end of the world, right? That's rough, Cade. Especially when Banquet rolls around. That's why you gotta just go post on Reddit or something. You could get semi-active people on there. Ooh, Nick, you're roughing it too, my man. You could get lucky, though. No, the Hulkling dupe is good. I just don't place it above, like, just getting a new champion, really. Because, like, to me, I could just Awakening Gem Hulkling anytime I want. Basically. But I won't be able to get these Banquet champions for a while. Assuming the release schedule is the same with these champions as it was last year. Or you just have to wait basically an entire year. X23 Nimgod and Hulkling. You could get all 3 if you get really, really lucky. I hope some of you get some, like, cracked out of your mind luck. I hope there's somebody out there who is just, like, kind of poor, but they decide to rip it anyway. And then they get a Jubilant, and then that nets them, like, the first, like, their rainbow version of whatever champ they want. That would be dope. It's 9 degrees Celsius and you have to go to the gym. My condolences, man. Saving a cosmic gem for him in case you get him. I think that's a smart move if you plan on using him for sure. He definitely really loves that awakened ability for sure. Use that on Imperiosa. That's a pretty good use of an awakening gem too. What they should do, and I don't know why they haven't done this, by the way. So, those of you that are old school like me, I don't know if you remember, and actually it might still be this way, I'm not quite sure, but when you beat Realm of Legends, that's when you would unlock 4-star like Ronin and Cyclops, and there's one other champion, but you would unlock them, right, by clearing Realm of Legends, and then after that, you could actually pull them in the crystal pool and like dupe them and awaken them and stuff like that. They should do that for like Banquet champs and like Chase, like Saga champions. That would be cool. Because then you could actually, like, I don't know, pull that champion some more, get some sig levels on them without having to use a gem. Because, like, that's kind of what you kind of have to do right now. Unless there's a champ you really like and want to awaken, it's almost more worth it to use, like, gems on the really exclusive champions. I don't like that. It feels like your hands are tied a little bit. It would be cool to have that freedom. They should just do that, though. And then eventually, like, they can still drop into the regular pool. Like, like they already do. Turn the option to send unusable champs down. I don't like having that on, Garvit. Yeah, Samir, just get lucky, bro. You can do it. Look at it this way, Samir. You already had your Nostradamus moment where you predicted both of my crystals. And the odds on that were extraordinarily slim. So, like, dude, clearly Lady Luck loves you, and I think you might be able to pull it off. You know? I am so jealous of your Count Nefario, Samuel. He's a beast. Do 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 broom. Going to get your pre-workout or you won't go outside. You just gotta push yourself out the door, man. How much is it per crystal? If you want like the highest rarity crystal, it's 300 units. Your luck has been bad recently because you've been saving it up for banquet. I agree. It's the only possible explanation. I mean, that's kind of what I was doing. And then I decided to accidentally use luck on Hulkling, which doesn't bode well for my banquet opening, man. Does not bode well. I still haven't used him since yesterday, though. I think it's funny how his head spins around inside the jar when you parry him. Look at that. You actually put CGR in the blender. If you get 3 in a row, I have to permanently ban Caveman. If you get that on video and there's no chicanery going on, no editing, nothing. Basically, if it's legitimate and happens, I'll definitely consider it because the odds of that are astronomically small. Although there is a chance that somehow they're bugged on release and then everything gives you a jubilant somehow. I'm a little nervous about that potentially happening. That would be a travesty. Oh, K-Man, what's up, man? I have a bunch of racing geese for sale. Let me know if you want to take a quick gander. Racing geese. Welcome in, man. Hope you're doing well. Racing geese. Dude, speaking of geese, it's like really depressing when you start seeing the geese fly because it's getting cold. You just know winter is coming. One of the worst feelings for sure. You got the man cold. You're gonna get 63 crystals. That's not too bad. What's up, Paco? Any good counters for Black Panther Civil War that's not Gene or Gentle? You could use Storm Pyramid X if it's like the parry shrugging that bothers you. I think that works. Onslaught probably works, I would imagine. Gander is the name for a male goose in case the joke wasn't clear. Okay, thank you for the heads up. I mean, that's perfect for the guys that didn't understand that aren't experts in geese like me, you know, but but yeah, anyone that places a passive stun, Paco, you could also just bait out heavy attacks and specials for your opening if that's what is like causing you trouble. Negasonic Teenage Warhead should probably work. I would imagine she would. Because, like, all her debuffs are passive. Oh, Nimrod, please join my roster at the 7-star. Studied Geeseology. Dude, who didn't, man? That's the most popular class. Geeseology. Don't you mean Goosenology? Honestly, that, like, it sounds ridiculous, but with how colleges can be sometimes, that's actually a class I wouldn't be surprised to see. See if you can take him down? Alright, man. I hope it goes well for you. Oh, I hate you, stand your ground. Honestly, you can go freaking eat a cactus, bro. Actually the worst. Delete that mastery from the game, please. Never say that again? What? Alright. I won't. We don't talk about geese enough on this channel. They don't have the odds of getting the Founder's War Crystal from the middle ones, but they say they're in them. They already got an error. What do you mean? Like, where are you looking at the crystal thing? Or info? I would not be shocked at all. You would think they would really, like, put this event under the magnifying glass because it's so huge for them. But even then, I still would not be surprised if the crystals are bugged on release. Unfortunately, that's just because that's what we've come to expect from Kabam lately. They just are not good at releasing crystals for whatever reason. And they accidentally double comped, which is funny, on the Coliseum rewards. They just kind of let it happen, but they said that it was a mistake, that they sent out the uncorrected rewards and the corrected rewards, which is comedy. Just another string of errors. It's in the gifting milestones. Oh, got you. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm looking in the Discordian. Oh, the drop rates are in there. Okay, that's sick. Interesting. The Jubilant looks festive as heck, though, man. 2 + 5, 6 stones. And that's not, like, the worst. You can get, like, a pretty large chunk of a tier 7 basic. And that's, like, the best odds in there. So, depending on how our crystal opening goes, we could have a lot more rank 4s than I would initially think. Because we're going to be just opening a lot of these suckers, right? I'm going to have gold through the nose, though, dude. You can get 375k, 750k, 1.5 million, or 4 million. Dude, the gold is going to be crazy between the battle chips tomorrow and then banquet. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be, like, rolling in the gold. I'm going to be King Midas over here, man. How much do I think that Kabam are going to try to get? I think this is going to potentially be the biggest year for whaling ever. It's just insane. The kinds of things you can get as like the #1 dog. I would not be surprised if they pulled over 200 grand for the top spot. Like, that is a ridiculous amount of money, but I would not be surprised by it at all. Not at all. What do I think of this war season? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Unless you're talking about the big thing, war. And that's fine. Most of them are going to be catalyst frags? Yeah. Yeah, not ours, though. We're going to get ridiculously lucky. Don't worry. Don't worry. But no, I don't mind the big thing war or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, Tim. I briefly looked at it. I'll probably run it tomorrow. I think it's just like I don't know. You get things as you go, I guess. You were gonna spend like $500,000 but didn't want to flex too much. No, that's fair. You gotta give other people a chance. I mean, you already have your own private yacht. You don't need the Bastion title from this spending event on top of that. Dude, I would never do it, but it would be so fun to just bank your units as a free-to-play for like 2 years. Just to see, like, you could definitely, like, rank in the top 200. You were not winning, though, because people spend a gross amount of money. But what if you did, though? What if you actually just full-on farmed units the rest of your life? For, like, I don't know how long you'd have to do it. Like, 6-7 years, maybe? And then you actually win as free-to-play? That would be crazy. What's up, Charles? How are you, man? What are my thoughts on the Jubilant Crystal? I think it's great. I think it's a great addition. I think it definitely will help relieve a lot of the complaints as far as like people not getting anything from opening the banquet crystals. How many years? Oh, just a small handful. No, I think it's a great addition. Not only can you just randomly get it, which is going to feel nice, but you're also guaranteed with pity. Widow could be on Twitch. If he is, he's not talking in the chat, though. I haven't seen him yet. He's probably playing Fortnite or something. I don't know. I don't know how many of you were here when we played Fortnite on stream, though. Widow is disgustingly good at Fortnite. For anyone interested in having, like, a pro Fortnite gamer to team up with. Oh, Widow's watching Egg? Wow, dude. Messed up. Well, I guess we know his true colors. You feel confident in Awakening Carnage? You might. There's a lot of Awakening Gem shards in there. In the crystal. And the milestones have quite a few. Although you have to get lucky from the crystal. Unless you get a generic. I don't remember how you'd get a generic, though. Know who your real subs are? Oh, for sure. No, 100%. The loyalists. Hashtag ban Widow. Okay, that's a little extreme. We're not gonna ban him. It's all right. Yet. Honestly, I kind of want to rank 4 Gentle, though. He's pretty fun to play. I just don't use him as often as I used to now that I have Bastion. He tends to handle all my bullseye matchups. You did see when you left when you saw you were live? My man. My man, way to be loyal. When he joins, you gotta throw shade. Go ahead. You were also betraying. Well, listen. It's not quite a betrayal if, as long as, like, when I go live, he realizes where his allegiance lies, right? No, I totally understand. I mean, I'm farming units. I'm sure WAP is just banging his head against the Battlegrounds wall over and over again. I personally, I don't really like Battlegrounds, so keep putting your keyboard into Spanish. Give it a try, man. I might understand something. Dude, absolutely annihilated. Yondu just destroys mutants so quick, man. See if he'd confess the betrayal. Oh, no, dude. Maybe. Maybe he needs to be put on trial. Yes, dude. Marry someone who will just randomly make you cookies. Alright? Those of you that are single out there, look for that in a woman. He's playing Battlegrounds? Yeah, he always plays Battlegrounds. Anytime I've ever, like, briefly tuned into his stream, he's playing Battlegrounds. I could never, dude. Battlegrounds to me is like playing soccer or like football for those of you in the EU. You can spend 3 hours in a game of soccer and it can end in a tie, right? You can spend 3 hours in Battlegrounds. Not only can you end at net 0 gain, you can go super negative. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. I don't like that. Favorite cookie? Just like a warm chocolate chip cookie, Charles. I'm kind of a plain Jane when it comes to a lot of things like that. Like, I just like pepperoni pizza. You know, regular chocolate chip cookie, stuff like that. But anyway, back to my Battlegrounds rant. It's just so tilting. And then also, like, you could go on, like, the biggest win spree ever. You get up to, like, 200 points, right? It can just come right back down the next day. It's like, woohoo! Yay. The rest of the world. Well, whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. You guys know what I'm talking about. You like oatmeal raisin? Yeah, see, that is one I've never been able to get behind. I just don't like raisins that much, man. If I ever get trail mix, I will like I will pick the raisins out, or just like go out of my way to avoid them. Like, I like grapes, but for some reason when they're thirsty, they just don't taste the same to me, and I don't like them. Usually start at 0. That's fair. Nowhere to go but up kind of thing. But also, that's my point. You can just fall back to 0. That's, dude, I think it would be cool if Battlegrounds could, like... I don't think they would ever do this. Somehow register your, like, highest rank attained in the season, right? So that would incentivize people to not park and to just keep playing. I feel like good could come from that. Like the game remembers your highest like point total and then ranks you at the end of the season based on that. So you could like always keep wanting to play to raise that point total. But it wouldn't punish you for just getting dumpstered against like celestial players that are on the climb up like 5 times in a row. But what is happening in the chat right now? Red velvet cookies? Dude, I've had some good red velvet cookies. See, I know the first half of that, Samir, but I don't know the last word. Go based on the highest points, not current points. Yeah. No, I think that, and like, I don't know that there's necessarily anything super bad that could come from that. And they've already said they want, like, something to prevent parking, whether that's rank decay or whatever. I think that would work just fine. Yeah, unranked, I think, is a big nothing burger. Unfortunately, that mode kind of let me down a little bit. Oh, it says ban caveman. Oh, okay. I gotcha. But yeah, I think they should do that. Will they? Who knows? But they should. It would be good for the game. Like, people online, they just don't like losing to other people. It's just kind of like psychology of humans. But if you can like soften the blow of losing a little bit, I think that would go a long way in a mode like Battlegrounds. Because sometimes it can just feel too punishing if you're losing. And like there should be some punishment for losing, but that would be just like getting you further away from your high score, you know? I feel like that's the move. No, it's not impossible, Wolverine. You just remember your number rank. Like there would still be one person who had the highest score at one point. If that's not how the system currently works, they could easily make it that. Got a question for the Sentinel Guru. Does he take crit fail damage from Domino? Yes, I believe he does. Also, welcome in, Walrus. Hope I had a good weekend. I did, yeah. I did. Oh my gosh. Hey, don't hate on my Mega Blocks, caveman. Those are pretty insane, alright? Once you're in a tier, you should stay in that tier, like Victory Track? Maybe, yeah, that could be a potential solution. What's up, Beacon? How are you, man? Hope you're having a good one. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Also, just a quick reminder, if you guys could go ahead and like the stream, that would be greatly appreciated. We are probably going to be live for a little bit shorter today, so every like will go a long way. But yeah, I think you could add, I don't know, you could do that and then maybe starting at a higher rank, you could actually derank, I don't know. Well, that's what I'm saying you could just infinitely extend the number, Wolverine. Like that would probably be the solution for it. And then whoever just gets the highest number wins. Or if you find that that's your problem, you could just do a check for who was at 700 the longest, or like, and then you could have rank decay at that rank, right? Like Overwatch, for instance, they have rank decay for the top like 500 players or something. So you have to keep playing. They could just do something like that. Just so they could determine Celestial 1. They could definitely work around it. Dude, don't sleep on Hawkeye, Beacon. He can do a lot of stuff. He's definitely, like, got some pretty good utility in him. Oh, Samir, that's actually... Dang, you guys need to calm down. Oh my gosh. This is gonna get too heated. It's already bad enough you're bringing in mamas, alright? Leave the mothers alone. Hey, Widow's here on Twitch now. Well, better late than never, I guess. Dude, I actually hate how Yelena runs, by the way. She like Naruto runs. Look at that. No way she doesn't fall over there. Anyone tries to walk like that, or even run, she's like basically horizontal, bro. There's no way. That's like the Michael Jackson lean mixed with some Naruto running. I refuse to believe that's effective. Yeah, they definitely, Charles, I think, tend to hurt themselves more than they help themselves. Like, as far as the meta goes, it feels like it's almost always disproportionately bad. I totally agree. You're excited for Power Shield? I'm about as excited as I am for current Battlegrounds. I do think Power Shield is a more fun, like just an objectively more fun meta, though. Oh, shoot, dude. When are one of you gonna say, I'm rubber, you're glue? Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. That's the comeback right there. Or do you know the most infuriating one? When you call someone a name, right? And they reply, I know you are, but what am I? What do you do about that? It's so hard to get a comeback. And it's just, they just keep repeating it ad nauseum. It's too OP, dude. It's too powerful. Nick, maybe it'll be good in retrospect, all right? It'll force you to master other champions. You can get through this, though. I believe in you, man. You got 4,500 units in a dream? Hey, that might be all it takes, Beacon. That might be all it takes, dude. Such is the MCOC casino. It is kind of nice when you mess up a Dex or something as Miles and he just misses it. Wait, when did I awaken Cassandra Nova? Oh, that was during my Titan opening, huh? Dude, I completely forgot I did that. Widows using the subscriber emotes. Shout out. Dude, they're pretty banger emotes, I'm not gonna lie. I still need to make like one or two more. There's a couple more free slots. But dude, I do not have the time I used to have. Maybe I'll dabble into it this weekend or something. Oh, I forgot he auto blocks stuff. Oh well. Oh no, we have Samir over in Twitch now. Oh boy. This is gonna be good. Dude, Captain Britain is a menace, Charles. You like can't play Battlegrounds without something to counter her in your deck. In case anyone is wondering, by the way, I did take Deadpool X-Force on my alt account. As much as I wanted Sentinel. But I have Jack-o'-lantern, so he's kind of like my tech guy. Nice Jabari gameplay. Hey, thank you, man. Wasn't as good as it could have been. I got auto-blocked, but that's okay. Excuse me. I think I need some water or something. I got some dry cookie in my throat. Early release my butt, dude. No shot. Bullseye, you suck. I think it's worth it to open another Titan if you have Nico, Carolina, Jean, and Catsy. I think so. There's still a pretty good amount of good champions in there. If those are the only champs you have, then yeah, I would. I could see the argument for waiting though, but we just don't really know how great the champions in the next batch are going to be yet, so you just do with that what you will. I would probably open it though. Samir was so devastated by my last message, he changed platforms. Yeah, he clearly couldn't hang. He had to go to greener pastures. Dude, I think this is the exact same matchup I did yesterday with Frankencastle. Kind of weird. It's all Titania? Always has been. And incinerated to death. Oh, we got him back, caveman. We're good. He must not have been scared off after all. Oh, what? I hate when the AI dexes you, bro. Actually, like, some of the worst feelings. Oh my gosh. Insane. Well, good luck dexing that one. That wasn't my last one. Oh my gosh. You guys need to get a room. Oh my. Kind of looks like he's dancing if you spam block. Look at this. Dude, he actually like goes off the screen for a special too. When did I get India Man? Yesterday, I think. Yesterday or 2 days ago. Caveman equals loser. No, he doesn't. Let's not name call, guys. Let's all just pretend like we love each other for a couple hours, all right? Let's all hold hands, gather around the campfire, and sing Kumbaya. We'll tell ghost stories. Samir, I'll unmod you, bro. Don't pin stuff without my permission. Yeah, I hope you can get him awakened too, man. That'd be cool. We need more Carnage propagandists out there, man. We have to start a movement. Gamers against meta. Against the meta. That could be a good alliance name. You only let in people with like cool rank ups. That sounds like it would be the name of a like ridiculously wholesome Reddit group. It's just people trying to find really fun ways to play games instead of like worrying about optimization and stuff. I could actually unironically see that gaining a lot of steam. I really could. Yeah, that's a good question. I would say so. Like, he's not really in the conversation when people, you know, say like God, like super God tier, you know, like he doesn't like make the game jokingly easy. You know what I mean? He's high skill for sure, but I think there's a lot of champions that are high skill, but not necessarily like super top uber meta sweat champion, you know? I think you'd be safe. I'd probably be cooked. I have a lot of like meta rank ups, honestly. Probably too many. We have a couple fun ones in there though. Like champions that are under the radar. I think that's a good... I think that's a fun play style to have, honestly. Man, that did, like, actually no damage. Gentle is so tank. Tanky McTanky pants. Aww. I barely got any burst damage off that. He just died too fast. Does Anti-Venom need his dupe? He doesn't need it, but it helps him a ton, Samuel. His regeneration on block is really freaking nice. And if it's like max sig, it's really nice. And then the other part of his sig I don't find is usually like comes into play that much, but it is nice to have. I mean, Anti-Venom can already do so many things. I feel like if you really wanted to, you could definitely use him unawakened. That's my personal opinion, but a lot of people would tell you he needs the dupe, I think, but I don't think so. People that know how to play him will make Task. I feel like if they make Taskmaster a 7-star, he's probably going to get a rework. Just because he has kind of like a more outdated kit. Who knows, though? I could be completely wrong. Hmm. Man, I still don't have a Prowler. Man, do you guys think I can get Spider-Ham from Banquet? I bet we can't. Man, those ruptures actually hurt so much. Not as much as that special 2, though. Am I right, or am I right? Does Prowler need his awakening? I don't really know how he works, to be honest. Or what it does. I just know every time I fight Prowler, I'm confused because I feel like he has so many immunities that he should not have. Like, it's just a homie in a suit, bro. He does not need the immunities. Aw, I whiffed. Little too early there. Oh well. He needs dupe and SIGs? Yeah, but what does it, like, what does it do? Like, what does his SIG ability do that is so important to having it? Lizard. 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 He gets significant crit chance increase when the opponent is faltered. Makes the special 2 one-shot most opponents. Okay, so it's like a damage increase. So if you want him for like utility reasons, you can still use him unduped. Is what I'm hearing. But outside of that, maybe not the move. Gotcha. Absolute melt machine, dude. I need to get my Okoye rank 4. She does fight so freaking fast. And now that she's awakened, she's even better. And that is a massive difference, by the way. Her awakened ability makes such a massive difference. He's your first bullseye counter. Yeah, Bastion, or my first bullseye counter was Gentle. Although now I've definitely switched to the Bastion matchup. I prefer that a lot more. It's not as fast, but it's still like pretty reasonable. And usually you finish the fight at 100%. Usually. Oh, come on, Bishop. There we go. I do think Prowler is still really useful, though. He can be kind of tricky on defense, too, if there's a node that causes a lot of special attack throwing and stuff. Oh, stop, Samir. Oh, man, I need to rank up Carolina Dean as well. Oh, so many rank ups, so little time, chat. Dude, we better get absolutely strapped with catalysts for banquet, or I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't know why I throw a special there. Also, for the record, Anti-Venom just looks ridiculously cool, so you should play him anyway. I mean, come on. How could you not just enjoy staring at that victory animation all the time? Haha, you idiot. You just watched me hold a heavy. Okay, why does he not get passive stunned? Am I missing something here? I definitely had comboed him. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. He just died. Did I see your last anti-venom, champ? Yeah, I did see that, yeah. I did. I think, like, the blocking specials is good and all. The problem I have with that is it's like the regens take a long time to recoup the amount of health you lost. So, like, if you just, like, end the fight, but you still have a lot of regens that are, like, in the bank, you just lose that. It's not like you get it all back at the end of the fight. That's the only hang up I have with, like, just relying on blocking everything with him. You know? Like, it's still definitely helpful, but you can just, like, lose health that way. Yeah, Gallon is really fun, Nick. I like my Gallon. I use my 6-star quite a bit. I haven't taken my 7-star out for a spin too much, but no, he is definitely one of my more enjoyable champs. He's just really, really simple and easy to play, and the rotation is really easy. Oh, get the heck out of here, Mysterio. Nobody loves you. Yeah, don't mess with Venom the Duck, dude. Dude will bring the pain. Why is vote? Yeah, I don't really have a good answer for you, Widow. Really, it's just that I haven't done it yet. Just that I haven't done it yet. It's actually a super secret, like, top meta choice. Everyone does it. You just have to be in the know. At Sig 200, the regen will keep up with any block damage, like, instantly. Like, if you take, like, an Act 9 special to the block, and then end the fight immediately after, you'll have all the health back. Is it that aggressive? Also, that's kind of a big deal as far as a caveat goes, but yeah. Yeah, we can go there. Shields. Man, speaking of Act 9, we need 9.4. It kind of made... They kind of made it sound like... I don't know if you guys were getting the vibe, but like their last live stream, they made it sound like we're gonna fight Ares again in some other capacity. I almost wonder if they'll make Ares the Act 9 boss. Yeah, I thought it would be, hey, listen, I can only use that title so many times, Reliver, you know? Welcome in, man. Oh, you didn't get the KO on Serp? It was just the Outlast kind of deal? That's what sucks, man. Sometimes even if you have a champion that deals with him pretty well, it just doesn't matter. Because he's so tanky, and then when he gets that second life, he can stall so good. A Serpent is definitely, like, when this game dies a heat death, it will definitely be looked back upon as one of the champions that was, like, a breaking point for the game. Dude, I love the after image. Like, Danny does it, Professor X does it. When they dex or dash back, it looks so cool. Hit me, hit me, hit me. Yeah, you idiot. You opened 4 Valiant Founders War Crystals. You got 3 5-stars and a 7-star Void. Hey, that's pretty good, man. If that's first time or dupe. Is Widow here? Widow's over in Twitch right now, Samuel. Being a Twitch gamer. It makes sense, though. He got gifted a sub over there. So technically he has access to all my, like, emotes and stuff. By the way, if you join the channel and get a membership, you too can have the cool pickle emotes. I need to work on a sub badge, too. There's just... Dude, there's so many channel things I need to do, and I have 0 time. 0 time. I'll be busy this weekend too, so I don't even know if I'll get it then, but who knows. Sadly not duped yet. Well, you gotta work on that, man. It makes a big difference. You'll get it sometime soon, though. It definitely helps that now the loyalty crystals have no cooldown. You... Subtle plug? That what? Plug? I don't know what you're talking about. I've just been playing Arena, talking to chat. No, we won't hold it against Widow. It's alright. He's already been through enough. He had Samir in Twitch chat terrorizing him for a little bit. Hey, look. Wait, wait, how did I get a 7-star Hulkling? What? When did this happen? Crazy times we live in, man. Crazy times. The early Christmas present. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, time to be a Tiger gamer. Not really that great for Titania at all, but you know what? Whatever. A bit extreme, you taunted him slightly. Well, to each their own. It's all about perspective. All about perspective. The legendary Hulkling Haver has made an appearance, dude. And I didn't even need content creator privilege to get it. That's what I'm talking about. It actually is kind of unfortunate timing. I would normally make a YouTube video for that, but I don't have time. We're almost there to the end of the arena. I have everything you want. Tigra, Hulkling, and Kushala. Dude, I will sell you my account for $1 million. It's a pretty good deal. Think about it. Think about it. Samir. US dollars, of course. You can't just go to a different country with a crazy inflated currency and pay me $1 million of that. You're on 914? Keep pushing, man. You're almost there. Keep pushing. Honestly, I kind of liked Act 9. The rewards are pretty good, too. They're, like, a lot more recent, so they're not, like, super garbage. Come on, Enchantress, I believe in you. Oh, big crit. Thank you, Relic. What is the best way to get loyalty? Just be in an alliance and do all this stuff, basically. And then make sure you're getting your, like, free 1,000 loyalty from helping people in their, like, arena champion cooldown or whatever. But yeah, outside of that, it's literally just placing in alliance war kind of stuff and getting, like, the alliance super event. It's just something that, like, kind of stacks up over time. If you had $1 million, I wouldn't know you existed. What's that supposed to mean? You mean you wouldn't be watching an MCOC streamer? Yeah, you're probably right. You'd probably be, like, traveling the world doing something cool. Hey, listen, Samir, you could be like a rich 18-year-old. You could have just won the lottery or something. I don't know. That's, like, probably the smartest thing to do if you win the lottery. Still get a job. I think, obviously being stupid with your money is going to make you go broke, but if you win the lottery, you need to do stuff. Like, the humans are built to do things and to work. I wouldn't work like a full-time job, though. Yo, Lee, what's up, man? Welcome in. Oh my gosh. Come on, Cyclops, you can do it. You can do it, buddy. Beautiful. You love being stupid with money? Yeah, me too. I love it, but I try not to be. You could ask my wife. I'm kind of like, there are so many times I'll frequently be like, hey, do you want to go buy this? And then I'll like quickly recant the statement. I'll be like, yeah, actually, never mind. We shouldn't do that. And it drives her crazy, dude. It'll be like 12. It'll be like midnight. And I'll be like, hey, do you want to go get McDonald's? She'll be like, really? I'm like, yeah. I mean, it sounds kind of good. And then my reasoning sets in and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Man, that lizard was having a hard time going down. Still watch YouTube with 1 million. Yeah, Lee would know. I mean, what? Just kidding. That'd be crazy. You know what's crazy is like being a millionaire used to be insane. Like I could never comprehend that at all. And like even making 6 figures was insane to me. But what's wild is there's people making that much money now and like it means next to nothing. Or like compared to what it used to mean. Yo, what's up, Dwayne? How are you, man? How you doing? We're just getting that last minute prep in for banquet. Still probably going to the same field of math, even if you had $1 million. Yeah, like if I all out, like all of a sudden just won the lottery, I would definitely like do some vacationing, some like traveling and stuff like that. But then I would either want like to get some properties and then I would just like maintain the properties for the rest of my life. Like, or I would just get like a nice cushy part-time gig or just something to keep me busy. I also would tell nobody about it, obviously. Although some states you actually have to disclose that you won the lottery, like that information is public. If you win it in a state like that, you're just screwed. No, I 100% caveman. Like growing up, if somebody made 6 figures, if someone was like, my dad makes 6 figures, and you were a kid, you were like, whoa, dude, they are rich as fudge, okay? They got a mansion on the mountainside somewhere. They got like 3 houses, okay? Now someone says like, my dad makes 6 figures. It's like, oh, well, inflation exists and that's not as big of a deal as it used to be. All in on black. Make or break, dude. Take that retirement. Yeah, you can retire early if you hit on it. But no, I mean it's still really good. Don't get me wrong, making 6 figs is still a great place to be. But what's wild is there's still people that live in like dual income houses and one of the spouses will make 6 figures, but the other one still has to work, pay for their house and all that stuff. Just because that's like the way our culture and like work economy is. At least in America. $1 million's a lot of money, but not the rest of your life. Live off money. Yeah, I mean, just a house alone can, I mean, now, a like only halfway decent house, not even like a crazy big house, can eat half of that, you know? I think if you make proper investments, you could live off $1 million. But yeah, you'd have to be frugal to that. But I think if you started with a small loan of $1 million and made the right decision, you could probably get into like a self-sustaining point. Not to where you'd be super wealthy, but where that money is working enough for you, where you have like a fair income. I mean, I'm no like real estate wizard or anything, but I do think that there are investments you could make with that kind of cash. A small loan of $1 million. Go invest it in Dogecoin. That's the move. Alternatively, okay, if you had $1 million, you could move to like Venezuela or something. Because the conversion, at least last I checked, with USDA is like very generous. And I don't know that you'd want to live in, I mean, I don't know what living in Venezuela is like. Presumably there's a reason that you could do that and live cheaply. I know that, yeah, anyway. You could do that. You could take your money to a different country and perhaps live the rest of your life. And maybe in like a bigger house. Dude, you give me $1? That's so kind of you. Thank you. Six figures is still more than 80% of people make, but worth way less than 20 years ago. Well put. I think so. Yeah. Very well put. And that's just kind of unfortunate, right? That's just kind of indicative of the way a lot of things are now. The American dream, let's say, and I think it's potentially patterned to the rest of the world too, is that just you can't quite achieve success in this with the same formula that you used to be able to. Because, you know, you used to be able to have one income, you work hard, and you can actually like move up in the company. There's still companies like that, but they're few and far between. Nowadays, you have to play the corporate game, you have to threaten to leave, you have to go and ask for a raise most of the time, you don't just get one. Unless it's like some company policy with like a reevaluation period, stuff like that. It's really annoying. Employers just try to get like their bang for their buck, right? They try to pay you as little as possible and abuse their hardest working employees. And like I said, there are good people out there. I've worked for a few of them, but I've also worked for a lot of companies that treat you like garbage. And that's just kind of how the culture is now. Is making six figures a million or 100K? 100K is what I'm talking about when I say six figures. We were talking about making a million earlier, though. Bang, dude. 2 heavy attacks and Ultron just got deleted. Absolutely deleted. But no, the lottery is completely different. That can be like hundreds of millions of dollars. Almost $1 billion on occasion. Not after it's taxed, but it's still life-changing, obviously. Obviously. And I kind of miss the old Punisher portrait. Kind of miss it. Ow. 100K is the starting salary for one of the jobs you're looking at going into. Dang, that's really good, man. Really good. I know that's how a lot of the like tech sector is, like in like software and stuff. It's just hard to get a job and keep it right now. Bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. That's true. What's up, Jim? Or hot dog water? I'm assuming J9M stands for Jim. I guess I don't know. 6 figures for me is assorted bills of 6 different denominations. Yeah, I'm 6 figures in debt. You don't get taxed on most lottery winnings in Canada. That's cool. And it doesn't matter which province you're in. Is that just like a countrywide thing? I know, like, there's a couple states in the United States where if you win the lotto, it's tax-free. It's like Oregon, and there's like a small handful. Oregon's the only one I know for sure, unless it's changed in recent years. But yeah, that's always like one of my favorite conversations to have with my wife. Whenever we have a long car ride, we'll just talk about like what our plan would be if we won the lottery. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. But it's fun to talk about and dream, right? And we'll just talk about the like crazy stuff we'll buy, stuff like that. It's actuary. They do all the risk stuff for insurance or any big company. Okay, when you get into like those big corporate deals and stuff, that makes sense that would make a lot of money. Yeah, that's too hard to remember. I'm just gonna stick with Puffy. Buy a farm? That'd be a good idea. They tax you to death on everything else. That's what I've heard about Canada. It's like, yeah, you get like the free healthcare and stuff, but the taxes are like murder. That's just like any country, I feel like, man. They're always trying to hose you in some way. I'm surprised nobody used Vision in Brawl. She can be pretty quick. But no, I think like if I won the lottery, I would definitely want to move somewhere where I had some sort of land to maintain and just to own. I think that's when you can kind of feel the most alive, you know? When you're out in the wilderness doing stuff like that. Not distracted by a lot of the worries of like modern living. I wouldn't want to go full like off the grid or anything like that, but I do kind of like that. I think it could be really fun. Just have like a homestead kind of deal. But then have your house be outrageously blinged out. No, not Limbo. Viv is rank 4, Sig 2 Hundo. Dude, I bet she deletes, man. That was one of the champs I did not get from that pool. Of course I get stuck with freaking Sabretooth, though. Nah, I shouldn't talk that down on my goat, bro. Dude's insane with it. I think I'll just stick with Puffy. It's too hard to change your name. A small plane? That would be cool. I hope you mean by fly into the city, you're not flying into buildings, but instead into an airport in a city. But yeah, I would be down for that. If you make over $1 million in Canada, your tax can be like 45 to 55%. That's gross. But there are many ways around to lower it. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is probably almost everybody that like knows how to make that kind of money knows how to get around it. And they probably just most of them probably don't pay it. And honestly, why would you? That's an egregious like overreach in my opinion. But what do I know? I think all taxes are dumb. I feel like the government doesn't give me that much, and I don't know, man. Don't commit tax fraud, okay? Obey local laws and regulations. But, like, also, I think taxes are dumb, and so I do understand where people may be coming from if they want to evade them or do tricky things like that. But yeah, that's actually crazy. Taking half your income off of $1 million. when you have like employees to pay and like potentially buildings or equipment to pay for every year, that's actually kind of rough. Alright, sounds good, Puffy. Good luck in your Pokemon Pocket matches or whatever. Only commit legal tax evasion. There we go. There you go, Nick. Only the stuff that you can actually pull off. Lee, you could send that million over here to me and I'll hide it for you. Just make sure to give it to me under the table so there's no way to trace it back to me. I promise. Dude, you can trust me, man. I'm a reliable guy. I'll get you the money back. No worries. What's up, Cosmic? How are you, man? But now taxes have gotten so out of control. What always kills me is like a big thing for like the US's founding was like rebelling against England because they were taxing them unfairly. And that it's kind of in a way like where we are again. Like everybody getting taxed up the yin yang. Oh my gosh. What a world, man. That's what happens when money exists though, right? It just creates greed. Unfortunately. Yes, Samuel, that's a good plan. Oh my gosh. What a homie though. That's such a homie thing to do. In fact, you know what? I'll head over when you're doing that and I'll help you sort through it. We'll count it just to make sure that you got the correct amount. I think there are some places to do that, Cosmic. I think there are. I don't know how much you'd get for it. Probably not too much, though. Maybe $100. If you have some, like, pretty exclusive champions that people might want, then maybe more, but... I also think... I'm not 100% sure. I want to say in the, like, terms and conditions for this game, they tell you not to sell accounts, so do with that information what you will. That being said, I have heard of people buying accounts for this game, so I really don't know if it's like it's a no-go, but people get away with it, or it's fine. I have no idea. Okay, Lee says it's against TOS. 42 Valiant accounts seems unreal. Taxing was without representation. Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, you're kind of lying to yourself if you think your government officials are fully representing you nowadays. There's just too many, like... too many companies bribing politicians and stuff like that, right? It's hard to have somebody who's, like, not biased. And this is towing the line. I don't want to dive too hard into politics because that's just too divisive. So maybe we should halt it there, but yeah. How did they know it was sold? Usually the IP address that you log in with. So if you were to get an account from somebody like that lives down the street from you, you probably wouldn't get flagged. A lot of those accounts are jumping states or even countries though. That's what sets off alarm bells. I think it would probably be just like luck of the draw. I think they would detect it the same way they detect if you have somebody murking on your account. Give 10K for helping to count. Only 10K, dude? That's such a lowball offer. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't completely ignore politics. I think, like, if you're unhappy with the way the world's going, I think you need to like pay attention to it to a degree. But I think like you can definitely have like an unhealthy consumption of politics, you know what I mean? Where you just get too much. I think it's healthy and good to be aware of current issues and both sides. But some people take politics a little too far. That's why I keep it out of my streams, basically. But we're just kind of joking around, talking about taxes. That being said, to end that whole conversation, pay your taxes, legally follow the tax law, whatever that means. You're coming to me, think of the fuel the yacht cost me. Dude, you keep your yacht in Ireland? I'd want to keep my yacht in, like, the Bahamas or something. Dude, having a yacht is such an insane flex, though. It's like, yeah, dude, I just have a gigantic boat. Okay? What's crazy, too, is the people with yachts, there's no way they're on them that much. It's just like a big boat. You'd get bored of that, I feel like, right? Yeah, yeah, I don't, you know, like... They literally just own it as a flex. Like, to their other billionaire friends. Or you just won a yacht from Mr. Beast, you know? You're getting $1 million. It's pre-counted in marked bands. Well, we might want to count it just to make sure, though. Armor and guns. Dude, they probably do. Like, the big private yachts. Because, like, pirates are kind of an issue. Like, you can still definitely get robbed at sea. Like, I guarantee Jeff Bezos has probably, like, his own private guards on there. Because I think he's one of the guys with, like, a massive yacht. Owner of Amazon. You love your yacht? Dude, listen, if it's big enough, like, if it's, like, triple the size of a cruise ship, that would be sick. You live in Ireland. That's actually pretty sick. I think Ireland is a cool country. I'd like to visit there someday. I have my in-laws, like some of their extended family went to Ireland a couple years ago. They loved it. They said all the people there were just like super nice to them. And the like the one of the things they pointed out was like the bakeries. Like all the bread is just really tasty because it's like actually not doused in chemicals like over in the States. You got the Nintendo Switch 2? Dude, I forgot that the Switch 2 even came out this last year. I think I'll just stick with my Switch 1 for a while. Maybe I'll get... If I want to get a handheld, I'd probably go for, like, the Steam Deck. At least, like, the next version, because they kind of announced the Steam Deck 2. Or, like, probably not the Xbox Ally. It's just really expensive. You're still on Switch 1 and PS4 even? Wow. Hey, Lee's with the gifted membership. Thank you, man. Hey, congrats whoever got the membership. Thank you very much, man. Oh, Samir got the membership, dude. That's crazy. Hey, congrats, Samir. Ireland would love to have me. You do drink your alcohol? Well, I definitely don't. I've never had a lick of alcohol in my life, but that's okay. I've met a couple people from Ireland. I think I'd do okay. I could throw on the Irish accent, okay? I can't speak Gaelic or anything though. That would be cool to learn though. "15th time Lee's gifted you a membership." Oh my gosh. That's funny, man. Well, enjoy your dill pickle themed emotes, Samir. Hope you like them. Yeah, the controller, joysticks, and the console. Nice. Yeah, there were a lot of cool accessories for the Switch too, and like features, but just nothing that I really felt like was enough for me to buy it. I feel like a charity sometimes. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Man, it's really satisfying to detonate the cold snap. The new Mario Kart? Dude, I was like really... I don't know, I was really high on the new Mario Kart, and then when it released, that quickly turned around. I don't like the in-betweener tracks. I like the old style Mario Kart where you just have the Grand Prix. I think the like driving to the race could have been cooler, but most of them are like basically just like straight lines. I went through a phase too when that released that I was just watching a bunch of competitive Mario Kart players on YouTube, and they all hated it basically, and that I think that kind of like poisoned my opinion of it a little too. Missing out on Donkey Kong Bonanza? I know, unfortunately. I know. I can be patient though. I can be patient. That game will still be fun when I play it for the first time. Whenever I do play it, right? Aw, Ant-Man, you kill me, man. He's so annoying. You're getting around to 9.3? Hey, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. 9.3 was easy, honestly. I felt like it was a breeze. The only path that was annoying in 9.3 was the path with like Sauron, iHulk, and who else was it? Toad, I think, was on there too. It was like a regen path. That path was kind of dirty. But yo, what's up, Ninja? How are you, man? We are just grinding for some units right now. Grinding away. You're really good at MK8 Deluxe. Had to have a nerf on you when we played with friends. You should have joined the like competitive ladder for it. It's like pretty big. A lot of the YouTubers I would watch would play on it. And like when you get up to like the tip top, like high level Mario Kart, it's actually insane. How do I feel about Tua being benched? I'm totally down for it. He's a bum. He's a bum. He does nothing. He's just not... I think it's good to just see what you have in Quinn Ewers. And then that can help you like in the draft this year and next year. I wanted him benched earlier, but I mean, you're paying him a bunch of money. You got to kind of let him play a little bit more. But yeah. Yep, I never, let it be known, I never was a big Tua fan. I never thought they should have paid him the money they did. I didn't really like him that much at all. After like the first year with him, you could kind of tell that he had some glaring like weaknesses that were gonna like hurt the team. And then when all the concussion stuff started, it's just been downhill, truthfully. So I'm okay with it. I mean, they're eliminated anyway. You might as well let your backup get some reps. You hate the... Oh, yes. No, I hate when they lock stuff like that behind modes that I personally don't want to play. That's how I feel about Battlegrounds right now. I completely agree, Lee. I agree. On the bright side, if your alliance was ranked low enough, all the fights would be easy. And it would be easy to get to the end. Oh, it takes so much longer to get the milestones in this arena sometimes, man. I need to go back to trying to max these guys out. Alright. She-Hulk. Bodied. Buff some of the notes for the big thing season, unlike they were the last time. Oh, really? They changed a little bit of them? That's not good. I thought they said they were going to make it kind of chill because it's the holidays. Unless they buffed them for you and not the defender, then that's okay. There were some like nodes you could put champions on that just felt like BS. I didn't really like that. I think you've mentioned it a couple times, Samir. I like Fat Man a lot too. Once you guys taught me how to play him properly, I grew to like him a lot more. I would love to be able to get him at the 7-star. They're harder? Well, that sucks, man. I don't know what I even have to fight. You went back and cleared the fights? That's awfully kind of you, man. That might be what some people have to do. I just, dude, like, you know, with... See, it like cuts both ways, right? So, if you're fighting a bigger map, then you have a lot less of the really annoying meta defenders that you have to go through. But with it all condensed to one fight per lane, people just put, like, all of the absolute most annoying defenders in the game. Just line them up. That's what I hate. So, like, no matter which lane you take now, you just have to fight a champion you probably don't want to. You think Fat Man's a bum, Go Boy? Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I can see that, though. At least you do get a handful of champions, you know? That is pretty helpful. A synergy partner. Or you just bring in one champion to do the fight in Heimdall, probably. Oh, 39k units, guys. And then tomorrow we'll open the arena crystals. I hope we can get at least 10k. I would like to get 50,000 units by banquet. That's kind of like the goal. I mean, we could make it happen. We could get lucky. Oh, I have a 7-star rank 3 gem. Ah, skill? Dude, come on. Wait, actually, that's actually not bad. Hold on. A skill 2 to 3? Dude, I could rank Okoye. I probably should. I like Frankencastle, though. I could also rank Shang-Chi or Yelena or Bullseye. Those are all great options, honestly. I like big damage, go burr kind of thing, though. I'm gonna rank up Okoye. She'll probably stay at rank 3 for a minute, though. I have no plans to take her to rank 4. And now that she's awakened, I'm okay with this. You know which one to rank. I know, Caveman. I know you're pro Shang-Chi's it. I know, dude. I could basically get a rank 4 right now if I want. I want to hold off and see what I get from Banquet, though. And we'll make, like, all the rank ups at one time. You're doing 7 out of the 10 fights for your alliance? That's actually insane, Nick. Crossbones can do a ton of stuff, though. Is 3 rank 2s better than 1 rank 4? Probably. Cosmic, I would say. I think it's good to have, like, expand your roster to be, like, diverse and have a lot of strong options, and then really narrow in and focus on what you find you're the most weakest in, like the champions you need ranked up to counter the ones you struggle with. Bullseye. Give it to my silver sable that I don't have. Smart. I like that. Dude, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Banquet, dude. White Tiger trivializes anyone on Node 2 besides Britain. I need to go take a look at War, actually. Hold on. So what changed about the nodes, then? I don't even know what fight I have to do, to be honest. Hopefully it's Killmonger. That could be fun. When the attacker is I mean, that looks the same to me, unless they change, like, the percentages. They could have changed some of these and I wouldn't realize those. Oh, what do these guys have on defense? A thing, a bullseye. It's not too bad. Bullseye. Deathless Thanos is annoying. Spider-Woman, Yelena. Zola. Maybe one day I'll hop in War. I'll probably wait until like the 11th hour, dude. You got assigned node 5? One you have to intercept? Node 5. Let's see. Where's 5? 1, 2. I don't actually know where 5 is. This map is confusing me. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. What is that one? Dude, am I actually blind? I can't even find it. Might have been cleared already, honestly. That's probably why I can't find it. Oh, yeah, right here. When intercepting, gains 7 force charges. Dude, what would you do if you just had the destroyer on that node? That would be awful. That would be actually so awful. You would definitely have to probably use like Shield or something. Somebody with grit. Which is not that many champs. Dang, that would actually suck. And that's assuming the AI cooperates. Unless you're using a champion with assisted intercept. That would be nice. Like Nefaria, Bullseye could work for that as well. A couple other champions. Juggernaut, I guess. Could use Jugs. Tried using Chi and still couldn't do it? Yeah, that'd be annoying. Especially if intercepting with Special 1 doesn't count. Use She-Hulk if it's Destroyer. I think he's immune to slow. I think he is. Isn't he? Yeah, immune to slow, so you couldn't use She-Hulk. Couldn't use She-Hulk. How many deaths do my opponents have? I do not know. Let us go take a gander. I don't remember where that is. Isn't it like you go in here and then I think it's, yeah, it's right here. There you go. That's the current matchup. Luke Cage could solo that. That's, I mean, I don't have a Luke Cage, but that's good to know. And you'd have the Indestructible if he's awakened to fall back on. Alternatively, you could use, I don't know how good it would go, but you could use Nico and use her special one and use Halt. That might be like an eternally long fight, but her Invis could help you intercept too. Your damage might not be that great, but you could definitely use Nico, I think. Just cycle SP1. This looks like a fairly close war. There's a lot of people that haven't really hopped in yet, though. Oh, you tried Nico as well? Dang, yeah, that's brutal. You could use, man, who else could you use on that? That could deal with it. I mean, you could fail the ability, maybe. I wonder if you can fail that. I would have to reread Destroyer's kit, but you could potentially use, I wonder if Black Cat would work. Because you can just fail a bunch of abilities. But no, he's bleed immune, so I don't even know if you can. I don't know if that works if they're bleed immune. I don't know how she works entirely, to be honest. Yeah, that's just a crappy node combination. And see, like, that's like the one fight Alliance War is kind of nice, but also not really, because you just have to fight like the best champion possible on nodes. You know what I mean? And you just kind of have to deal with it. You could do Valkyrie, yeah, but you can't intercept. That's the... Well, no, yeah, if she's like Max Sig, you probably could, I guess. Yeah, the fight's just difficult. Your opponent's already over 60? That's crazy. That's a lot of deaths, Lee. I wonder if you could use Lizard, because he can go unstoppable. And you could just unstoppable his unstoppable. You could potentially... Actually, I think you could. This would work well. You could use Frankencastle, because when he's walking forward, he's unstoppable, and you could intercept that way, probably. Like, that's another counter. You just use somebody else who is unstoppable. And Frankencastle's unstoppable is not like a buff unstoppable, so I don't think it would cook. It would cook you. I wonder if there's a synergy where you can change somebody's slow into a halt or something like that. Because that could be an option too. Yeah, it's just a really crappy node, though. Really crappy node. It's actually insane they made him, like, dash in unstoppable and then gave him immunity to slow. That makes for some pretty nasty defenders. Oh, hey, good night, Lee. I think I'm gonna go that way as well. Valkyrie's awakened ability, when she has enough of her Pierce active, when she hits opponents, they react as if they're not unstoppable. I can show you specifically the text. She'd have to be high sig too. So you see, she gets an indefinite grit passive, which is what Shield gets on special 1. So, and the higher sig she is, the less pierce that you need. So it's pretty nice to have. That's why, like, getting Valk from Banquet would be cool, but you kind of want her awakened. A lot of the Banquet champions, you don't need awakened, but they really help. Which kind of bugs me a little bit, because we're probably just going to have to pick between 1 or 2, but I think the best time with Destroyer you've had is with Nefaria. You can counter his unstoppable with parry evade. Yeah. I mean, the cooldown on that is pretty hefty, though. Like, you'd still have to wait for it. Could also do special intercept with a character with unblockable specials. If it counts for that node, then yeah. There's some nodes that if you special intercept, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and if he does go into his power gain mode, and you have Nefaria awakened, he'll just instantly go into his overcharge mode. And, like, stop Destroyer from power gaining to special 3. He probably would work. Probably would. Man, you guys almost let me forget the daily. Crazy, dude. Go, High Evolutionary, I believe in you. Anyway, I'm gonna do 1 clear of this, and then I'll probably wrap the stream for the night. Cyclops' special intercept is just an intercept, so his would work. Yeah. Cyclops, I think, would gain like too many buffs, though. That's like not something you want to do against Destroyer. Unless they don't matter since they're passive. I don't know. Does anyone remember the Emperor Doom fight? Yeah, just like dodge special attacks and attack during each animation. You can pretty much dash in after basically every hit. I think there's 1 or 2 you can't. It'll come back to you really fast. You may take a couple deaths, but you'll remember. Oh, Moon Knight, what the heck are you doing, bro? Leave Serpent alone. Yeah, I would just go for it. It really will come back to you fast. He only gains the true focus buff. Everything else is passive. Yeah. I mean, it is still a buff, to be fair. But yeah. Silk is good. Domino. Just use, like, multi-hit champs. I'm sure you remember that, though, Samir. Also, the fact that they gave Punisher this stupid little Undying mode, but he's, like, still in the daily quest, bothers me a little bit. Probably more than it should. It's only like a minor inconvenience, but still. Makes my autocomplete take a few more seconds, man. Like, come on. Alright, beautiful. Oh, man, I'm starting to get tired, guys. Sorry. He has 3 of them now. Oh, it's still the old one. I had wondered why only the last one was proccing. That makes sense. They should just swap him out then, so it doesn't cause people to become confused. He has 3 of them, but you can bypass them a little bit. Dizzle is Unk status? Nah, man. Not quite. Making my way there, though. Nope. I just work hard during the day. Nephew tells you that a lot. You need advice. You have 95,000 battle chips. You don't know which arena crystals to open. Okay, so this is just my understanding. My understanding is that every arena crystal has, like, technically has the same odds. And you'll hear anecdotal evidence that people provide that, like, they opened one certain type of arena crystal and were more successful from it. That's just not really the case. They'll all balance out from what I understand. So the higher levels of arena crystals are just there to get you the higher level of Punisher if you're really lucky, and then just help you get through your arena crystals faster. So that's always been my understanding of it. But yeah, I do think, Goat Boy, I think the term Unk is extremely overused. Not only does it not make sense, but it's used for anyone who's older than you. It doesn't matter how old they are. They could be a year older than you and they're an Unk. Which is hilarious. Yeah, so you could go for the small arena crystals if you want, yeah. It's just kind of like one viewer in my YouTube chat put it. It's like the regular ones are a little bit more consistent because you're opening more, but the Thronebreaker ones are bigger swings, so you'll get bigger wins and bigger losses. Just kind of depends on how you want to experience your arena crystal opening, I suppose. But at the end of the day, they all calculate to around the same. But that's kind of like if you flip a quarter an infinite amount of times, it'll be 50-50, allegedly, right? But usually in practice, you don't get that exactly. So you just kind of have to go for it. I have way too many battle chips. I'm going to open the biggest arena crystals I can. But with 95,000, that's like still on probably the lower end. Maybe you want to open the smaller denomination. Did either of my mods show up at all today? I actually don't think they did, Nick. I actually don't think they did. I guess I'll have to appoint a new mod since Wap just wants to stream all the time now. So he's hardly ever in here. And then I think Spidey is still in school, so he's pretty busy with real life stuff. Am I Valiant? I am, yeah. Yep, I've been playing the game basically since release, actually. Off and on, of course. That's why my roster isn't like quite as stacked as it could be, but still pretty good. Oh my, speak of the devil, dude. I guess one of my mods did show up today. You're stuck on Paragon? Just keep trying to push story content. That's the only advice I can really give you. Other than that, try to use your units strategically in ways that can help you to progress to Valiant. You've been playing for 6 years. Dude, you'll break the ceiling eventually. And Banquet would be a pretty good shot for that too, I think. You really did summon him. That's actually crazy, dude. Actually wild stuff. But yeah, dude, I got the vet title. Recently, I got special edition summoner because my account is at least 11 years old, but I keep it on first in the Cosmos because that's probably the coolest sounding one ever. And it's a big flex. Arrived in the Battle Realm in 2014. So, you have 9,400 units. Wouldn't mind another 1,500. Yeah, no, that would be a good unit number to get to. And then like keep grinding during banquet and see how high you can get. So, anywho, I think I'm gonna wrap stream up for today, guys. I gotta go to bed, get some sleep. Okay. It is a mega flex. You also have the same titles? My dude, heck yeah. No, it is pretty cool. It's like, I don't know. It's just really cool that there is a mobile game that I've loved this much to still be playing it this many years later, you know? Hey, yeah, anytime, man. Anytime you want to hop into stream. I stream every day for the most part. No, I'm pretty consistent. I don't stream on the weekends, though, but you're always welcome to drop by and ask any questions you have. But yeah, guys, thanks for dropping by. Those of you on Twitch, if you want to make sure to catch my streams in the future, make sure to hit that follow button. If you're over on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You know the drill. We did not have a big deal today, but we did have Lee, who gifted some subs. So thank you very much. And congrats, Samir, on getting that sub. Or I guess it's a channel membership on YouTube. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, guys. Appreciate all of you. I will hopefully talk to you tomorrow, and have a good rest of your night or a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And go ahead and give yourselves a crisp high five.